Welcome to Education Today. I'm Maddie, and today we will be talking to members of the Armstrong Junior-Senior High School TV production program. This program has been very successful in the past and is taking a huge step forward in the new high school. First up, we'll be talking to Mr. Don Swanson, Media and Filmmaking and TV2 teacher, and Mr. Chris Garantano, Armstrong School District's Multimedia Technician. Welcome to Education Today. Do you think that because of this new equipment that more students will want to enroll in TV?
I think so. I know when kids not in the class through one avenue or another get a chance to actually come back here and see this, their jaw practically drops and hits the floor. You know, and as well, parents that have come through here at the open house earlier in the year or different things that bring them through. I cannot comment on how many parents that have said, why aren't they talking more about this? Like, how did we not know that this was something that was here? So I think that, yeah, most certainly. I think it's one of those field a dream moments, you know, build it and they will come.
I mean, the biggest difference, just alluding back to, this was at the junior high before. The only students who got to see it, if they got to see it, were the middle school kids then. And now it's here. It's right in the middle of all of the students. So now they're more aware that, hey, there's, you know, that this is actually here and taking place. And then the morning announcements, what you guys do with those, with the green screen and everything, are seen every day and put on YouTube. So there's a lot more exposure, and I think that alone will help.
Okay, how important are the students in this program? And what do you like most about what they do?
Well, the students are everything. You know, without the students, there wouldn't be a program to speak of. And they're vital. You know, and as with anything, not just in the Armstrong School District, but any school district, it's for the students ultimately. That's the reason all of this stuff is here. You know, I think that the students generally take advantage of the opportunities they have here. It's always cool to see year after year. There's most kids enjoy it and do a good job with it, but every year there's a handful of kids that just it ignites a passion in them, you know. And it's, as the teacher, and even when I was in Chris's position, and as Chris and I have talked over the years, in his position now, he enjoys seeing it as well. It's cool. You know, when you see a kid take something that you care so much about yourself and just kind of run with it.
Right.
All right. Where do the kids get to go to film, and how many locations do you use as a film director? Well,
with the kids, it depends on their assignment. You know, like obviously the morning announcements are done here. For certain things, you guys shoot primarily in school, but for example, you have your short films right now, so you've been signing cameras out, and that kind of ties into, you know, as a film director, you shoot as whatever the script demands. You know, so if you need 2 locations, then you find 2 locations. If you need 20, then you find 20. That's an exaggeration. You guys shouldn't be in 20 places. But it's kind of dictated by the script. And that's one of the unique things about the filmmaking aspect of it that you guys experience in TV2, which is actually entitled Media and Filmmaking, is that when you get into the filmmaking side of it, there's more logistically happening. You know, like when you're in just like a studio situation like this, you got to get everybody together in the time, but you're here. Whereas you're shooting a short film, you may be shooting outside, and you have like weather conditions to contend with. You have scheduling, you have external noises and things like that, and you have to be able to move from here to here to here to here. And that's just a great lesson, I believe, in time management, leadership skills, and things like that.
Hey, how much longer do you see yourself in the TV production program?
Yeah.
I really enjoy what I get to do. My position has completely changed. It's not even, I can't even compare what my position has become to what it was even last year. There's a lot of different elements, a lot of different responsibilities that I've been given outside of, that are related to this field. but aren't necessarily directly related to TV production. But probably the biggest thing that's changed for me is just the fact that I get to work with the students in the classes on an everyday basis. There's every day there's at least a handful that'll come in, students that'll come in and ask for help, either because Mr. Swanson's not available or Mr. Miklos, who teaches the TV ones, is not available, or simply because they want a different opinion or a different thought on it, anything like that. So that completely changes the game for me. And as a result, as long as the position is here and as long as they're willing to employ me, I'll be here. I am looking at going back to school and doing another master's degree that would be in communications. It would be a communications teaching certificate or certification. So that would pretty much cement my career as staying in this field one way or another, hopefully in the school district. I've enjoyed it here. It's kind of my second home now. Every day for 8 years I've been here. So things start to grow on you. And now that we have this facility here and what we're expanding the program into, I hopefully for the next, what do I have to get in here? Another 25 years, we'll just say. If it lasts for 25 years, I'll be here for 25 years, hopefully. And if it doesn't, then, I have to move on to something else. But my plan and my goal is to stay in this field, in the public education, and hopefully in this building. So,
I only have 21 years. I love teaching. I really, truly do. And regardless of what it is that I'm teaching, I do love it. I love interacting with the kids. I love it whenever a kid challenges me, But I will say that I see myself here for at least the foreseeable future. I've recently written a whole new curriculum for a course program of study that would expand this completely, like kind of tear it apart and rearrange it. It would be an idea where right now public speaking is the prereq to get into TV production, and over the years there have been a lot of students who did not get to take TV production because of that, either because their schedule didn't allow it or because of the fact a lot of people are more afraid of public speaking than death. So they keep putting it off, and as we said before, with you in front of the camera versus people behind the camera, this is one of those courses or programs or areas where there's multiple things you can do. And truthfully, you don't have to be in front of the camera. There's plenty other that you can do. So what I've proposed is that we take away public speaking as the prereq and replace it with 2 semester courses. One would be entitled Media Literacy, which would be all theory-based, and the other one would be titled Introduction to TV and Video Production, which would be an introduction to the actual equipment. Ideally, you take the media course and then the equipment course, but there's nothing that says they couldn't be flip-flopped for scheduling purposes, which would then lead into a full year of TV and video production, followed by film studies and filmmaking, which the TV and video production is kind of what TV production is now, but rearranged and revamped a little bit.
Right.
And the film studies and filmmaking is what TV2 kind of is now, but also revamped and rearranged a little bit.
I mean, it would work a lot like a foreign language program does now, where the idea would be sophomore year you would take the 2 semester courses, but there's nothing to say that you couldn't take them as a junior, and then you do the second level class as a senior. It just gives you the option, it'll give students the option if they want to get involved early that they could technically have 3 full years of TV production and work their way up, just like you would in a foreign language classroom, for example. So, yeah.
Okay, do you have anything that you would like to add for the benefit of our viewers?
I would just reiterate that this program is very unique, as we have said a couple times throughout. And a point of pride that I had way back when and that Chris has continued and accomplished with the new space is to be a trendsetter, not follower. And we are very fortunate to have the support of our administration and community in this program. I would like people to fully understand and appreciate that this is one of the few programs, and I know I'm repeating myself here, but this is like actually the only program I can think of that incorporates so many vastly different disciplines. Like writing, acting, public speaking, technology, Those are all things that kind of come and swirl together in this program. And that our goal with the program isn't just to teach you how to use it, but to understand how it's being used in terms of communication and messaging, you know, media literacy. And that is what I truly feel sets what we do here, along with, you know, this amazing facility that we now have, apart from how it's done elsewhere.
I mean, the one thing we haven't mentioned, but piggybacks on what you're saying, as far as I'm aware, we're the only school district, I don't know if it's state, but in this region, at least in the western region, that produces, with student film crews, a TV program, which is what this is. I mean, half-hour TV programs. Now, this one obviously is going to run longer, probably be in 2 parts by the time we're done with it.
Or 3.
For 12 years, we have run this program now, okay? And we have, I want to take just a minute to thank the community agencies out there that have been a huge part of the success of this program. Places like Healthy Armstrong, ACMH, Gary Tacoma with his Drugs Kill Dreams program.
Arc Manor.
Arc Manor's come down.
Haven.
The Haven group has come down here. We have the Ford City Lions Club that's going to be coming in. We've had the Salvation Army, local Salvation Armies come in. You know, and I'm sure that there are many other community agencies I'm not thinking of that have come in.
There's been a lot over the years.
Yeah, I mean, it's the Environmental Learning Center, you know, the Aaron Intermediate Unit out of Indiana that our school district is a part of was in this year. And without these community agencies, you know, maybe some of this programming doesn't happen. So that is unique to our school district. I don't know of another district that does that. And not only do you guys produce these programs, but they're also viewed on cable television across 5 counties.
Reaches, what, 80,000 homes?
Over 100,000 homes now.
Over 100,000 homes now, Maddie.
Parts of 5 counties. You have Westmoreland, Jefferson, Indiana,
Cambria,
and Armstrong. And IUP airs our programming 5 to 6 nights a week. And for the areas of our school district that do not get the IUP channel, we have an agreement with Comcast on Digital Channel 190, who airs 2 nights a week, the same programming. And we can upload all of our stuff to them, and they also air all of our board meetings. So it's a cooperation, and I can't thank IUP enough for what they've done to help us out as well, airing our programming. So, you know, I guess just to kind of close out on it, it's a unique program, I believe, for secondary high school students to be involved in. We hope that it continues to grow. We see a lot of brightness in the future of it. And, you know, if anybody has any suggestions for shows, organizations that want to come in, the easiest way is to get a hold of me here at the high school. And the number to call in is 548-7600. And they'll get you down to my extension if you're interested in coming in. But, you know, we're just very passionate about it, very happy with where it's gone and where it looks like it possibly could go in the future.
Yeah, and as Chris just said, the cool thing about Education Today is that it is an actual television show. I mean, you guys are getting a professional working experience. It's been that way since the beginning, whereas, in essence, the Armstrong School District is your client, and you're producing that content, and it is going out there, you know, and I think that raises the bar a little bit. Obviously, some of the things we do in class, you guys treat very differently than how you treat this, and the reason is this is not just for class, you know, like, or this isn't like, oh, only the school's going to see it or only Mr. Swanson's going to see it. This is the real deal, and over 12 years, I've never seen students not reach that point.
All right, well, we're going to take a short break. Thanks again to Mr. Don Swanson and Mr. Chris Garantano. We'll be right back with Education Today. Stay tuned.
It's hard to explain. It just became home. There are hundreds of majors and programs, bachelor's degrees to PhDs, small classes and faculty that really get to know you. Amazing internships and everywhere, programs that help to find a job that is right for you. It's what IUP is about, a commitment to your success. See it for yourself. Visit us, Indiana University of Pennsylvania. Find your success.
We're back with Armstrong School District's Education Today. We've been discussing the TV production program at Armstrong High School. We've talked to Mr. Don Swanson and Mr. Chris Garantano. Now, let's meet some students. Welcome to Education Today. Would you like to start off by introducing yourself, your grade, and how long you've been involved in TV production?
Hi, my name is David Damrath. I'm a senior at Armstrong Junior Senior High School and 2 years in TV production.
I'm Jared Atwood, also known as Fatwood. This is my second year also. I'm also a senior.
Okay, what is TV production like compared to normal subjects like math, English, or science?
It's a class that's more hands-on than bookwork. Basically, we are told what Swanson wants to see in our videos. He gives us our assignments and we go out and do it. Swanson showed us how to do lighting. He showed us how to make the video look more like a film than a video. So it's a lot more hands-on than anything.
Yeah, we're not given a book, we're given a camera. You can do a lot more with a camera than you can a book. We can go out and film whatever we want, get whatever we want, to shoot, anything like that. But you're given a book, you're restricted to one thing, and that's looking at it, reading it, and that's it. Like a camera, you have a lot more freedom, a lot more possibilities, I guess I should say.
Do you enjoy being able to be creative in this class, considering that most other subjects are all just facts and numbers?
Yeah, I love the fact that we can just go out and film what's in our head. Now, sometimes we do have a script that we have to go with, but sometimes it's just improvising and making what we want to see in a video, and it's yeah. Pretty
much whatever we get in our minds, what we go and do. So we're more free than all the other classes. They give us a homework assignment, we have to do it. There's homework assignments here are stretched out, so you have a period of time to do it, and you can pretty much use that to your advantage and like make up what you want to do. You're something different than everyone else. Like math homework is everyone's going to have the same thing. He gives us an individual project. They're all different.
Yeah.
How has TV affected your life? Was it for the better or for the worse?
Definitely for the better. Beginning this year, I didn't think I was going to go to college, and coming into the class with Swanson and the way Swanson taught this class kind of changed my mindset of what I wanted. So I'm going to the Art Institute. I applied to the Art Institute, go into it, and I'm going to college. So most definitely it changed for the better.
Yeah, I agree. It was definitely for the better. It's a great class to take, honestly. It's just a fun class. It's all you. It's not what a teacher's teaching you. Mr. Swanson teaches us what we need for what we ask him, but it's more or less just all us, and Swanson's there to. He's pretty much our mentor the whole way through it.
Okay, what inspired you to take TV production?
I never knew we had a TV production in our school in Ford City. Basically, one day I just saw kids walking with a camera, and they asked me to be a part of the video, and I said sure. And they basically showed me what they do and all that stuff, and I was inspired to take it. Like, I didn't even know we had it, so.
For me, just pretty much seeing all my older friends, the seniors last year and the ones the year before that at Katanning, just seeing all of them, having fun with the class, having fun with Mr. Swanson, always hearing about Education Today, but never knowing what it was or what happened, what you do in it or anything. So just seeing all that and all the kids having fun with the class just made me want to take it and just kind of be like them, I guess.
Do you plan on using the skills you've learned from this class in the future, whether it be in college or work?
Like I said, yeah. After college, I hope to be a director, so most definitely, yeah.
I mean, yeah, as far as I can tell so far, I hope I can use the skills I've learned. I mean, working with Mr. Swanson and Mr. Garantano, and you learn a lot of stuff, like a lot of stuff that you had no idea even went on when you're making a film.
Tell us about the directors of this program, Mr. Swanson and Mr. Garantano. What do they do that you particularly like?
Well, we could probably talk for an hour about those two. One thing about them is Mr. Swanson is bald and old. One thing about Mr. Garantano is he has his office they pretty much call it the Bat Cave because you never see him. He's always back there. He comes out 3 times a day to eat, to say hi, and then to leave. So, I mean, they're nice guys there. They help us out with whatever we need. If we don't know how to do something on the equipment, they're the first 2 guys there to help us out. So it's just nice seeing them.
On a serious note, they're very helpful. Basically, the second we need something, they're there. And most of the time, that's all the time because we have a lot to learn. We have a lot of questions, and once we need help, they're right there. So, yeah.
Do you think that the new equipment will get more students to enroll in this class?
Yeah, just some kids coming down here every day just to see the stuff, like never being down here, not even knowing this was in the building. Just them coming down and seeing all this equipment and like showing them what you can do on it. And like we only know probably a very small fraction of what all this equipment can do.
Yeah.
Just the stuff we can do on it, they like. And I mean, we don't even know all of it yet. So I think the kids that see the equipment definitely want to take the class more.
Yeah.
Do you recommend that students take this class?
Yeah. I strongly recommend it actually because it's a unique class. It helps with the future, honestly, because there's so much technology to learn. So yeah, I definitely recommend it.
Yeah. If you want a class with freedom and all the ideas are your own, you're not learning from a teacher, you're learning from you. And then the teacher Swanson literally teaches you everything. And then after that, it's all on you. You go and do what you want, and you need help with something, Swanson's right there, right by your side.
Since both of you have used the equipment at your old school, what is the transition like from that to this brand new studio that we're in today?
I don't know how it was like in Sannon, but Ford City, we had a little closet for the studio. Then behind, in the back of the classroom, we had our 4 computers for editing, and then the equipment was in a little metal cabinet. So it's definitely a huge transition to this school, which we have this big, huge studio. We have an amazing closet just full of equipment I don't even know what's in. And then we have the editing bay that has almost, 20 computers, if you can say that. So yeah, it's definitely a huge transition.
Yeah, I mean, coming from Katanning, they have, there's a closet where the cameras were, and then the classroom doubled as an English classroom and the editing bay. So, we had 6 computers in there, I believe, something like that to edit on. So, I mean, there was kids down there all parts of the day editing videos, trying to film stuff. So, I mean, just coming here and having a bunch of cameras, places to edit, having all that it's so much better than being at Katanning's.
Do you see or want any changes to be made in the future?
I don't see any changes that need to be made, but more time in class, I guess, because I know we get no time at all to edit sometimes, and we have to stay after class, and so if we can, more time, but I know that's not possible. So.
Not really to the class. No, I mean, just some teachers saying that the class is actually worth something and not just a class to blow off.
Yeah.
Okay, do you have any last messages for our viewers and your fellow students out there?
Take the class.
Yeah, take the class.
Even if you're not interested in it, just take it and see if you like it. Only take it your first year, and if you like it, then take the second year. If you're not a fan of it, then that's on you, but other than that, just try it out.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. Well, that's our show today. Thank you again to all of our guests, Mr. Swanson, Mr. Garantano, Jared Atwood, and David Damrath. Also to our TV2 class, they were our film crew, and led by none other than Don Swanson and Chris Garantano. For more information, please check out the Armstrong School District's website. Enjoy your week and tune in next time for more Education Today.